Dan Helmer. I approve this message. I'm different. I'm not a politician. I'm a Rhodes Scholar who served in combat. I'm for a Medicare for All option and against drug companies that rip off seniors. I'll fight the gun lobby to protect children, not guns. After 9/11, the greatest threat to our democracy lived in a cave. Today, he lives in the White House. No one, even the president, is above the law. Barbara Comstock has beaten every politician. I'm different.
You heard that right. A new Democratic campaign ad for a congressional race in Virginia, comparing the President of the United States, Donald Trump, to Osama bin Laden. Joining me now, the man behind the ad, Virginia Democratic congressional candidate, Dan Helmer. Dan, thanks for being here. Couple things.
Thanks for having me, Peter. I'm so excited to be on the show.
Of course. A couple things up front. You served our country in Iraq and Afghanistan. We thank you for that.
Thank you too, Peter. I know
I
you
probably
also,
walked around a lot of the same places. Yep, totally.
I'm sure we did. Thank you.
That goes as a given no matter what. And also, we know you're running in a crowded primary, so you're trying to get noticed. I get that. It's politics.
Peter, I'm actually trying to talk about important messages.
No,
right?
but obviously an ad like this gets noticed. We're talking about it on the highest-rated cable morning show in America.
Well,
the question I have to you is, do you believe that Donald Trump is the moral equivalent of Osama bin Laden?
Well, I actually think, on 9/11, and my heart goes out to all of those we lost that day and their families. I was a cadet at West Point, and I knew I was going to be spending the next 2 years preparing to lead soldiers in combat. And I served combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I did it for a simple reason. I swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic. And right now,
okay, so I swore the same oath.
President Trump swore the same oath.
The reality is, are you saying he is an enemy? Are you saying he's a domestic enemy? Because obviously, Osama bin Laden is a foreign enemy. We agree with that. We understand that. Are you saying that President Trump is a domestic enemy? You're saying
I'm saying
enemies,
that
foreign
the
and
oath
domestic.
that we took. I'm saying that the oath we took to defend the Constitution, I take seriously. This president doesn't. And one of the reasons I'm excited to be here on a show that I know that the president watches every morning is to make sure we deliver a message that change is coming, that no one, not even our president, is above the law.
But hold on,
and it's time to make sure that we have a Congress that holds him accountable. I'm tired of people who think we need to wait and see about a president who's violated our Constitution
Wait, so what is
and our laws.
Because he fired Jim Comey and he says bad things about Bob Mueller. Let's be clear here.
Well,
you
no,
still haven't
let's be
answered the
clear.
original
No,
question.
the president,
Dan,
the president has violated the emoluments clause of the Constitution. He has done actions that obstruct justice. He has tampered with witnesses. He has violated campaign finance laws. Any one of these, he is engaged in conduct unbecoming of a president.
A equals B. Donald Trump is a terrorist.
I said that the greatest threat to our democracy right now is a president who refuses to uphold his oath to abide by our Constitution and defend it. I mean, we can see who his friends are. After I launched this ad, RT attacked me because they also helped him with the election.
Okay, so now we're going back to the Russians because they helped him with the election. Get it? It was not Hillary Clinton's fault.
This is what the Russians just did. The Russians just actually put out something in response to this ad saying they were defending President Trump because they wanted to see him win.
Russians can say whatever they want. We live in a world where they can say whatever they want, but you're still not going back to the original question. I'm standing on the island of Manhattan. You were at West Point. Other people were in those towers. We're not debating we understand what happened.
We agree. Osama bin Laden's attack was abhorrent. I was willing to put my life on the line to defend us against that.
I got it. So did so many people. That's a good line.
And I'm so proud of all of them. And so many people died for that because they care about our Constitution.
You say you're not a politician. You are now running for office. And when you run for office, you get scrutinized. And when you put an ad out that says Osama bin Laden, Donald Trump are the same thing, you have to defend that. Tell me, is there a difference between Osama bin Laden and Donald Trump?
They are. They are very different threats to our democracy. Are they both enemies? The gravest threat to our democracy today is a president who doesn't take the oath to defend the Constitution seriously. And you want to talk about that? Let's talk about the ad. Let's talk about a progressive patriotism that stands for making sure every American has access to quality affordable health care.
But you're also accusing your other candidates in the race of saying they're in bed with the NRA because they have different views of how to defend a school than you do. The Second Amendment,
let's
you can have different views on that.
Barbara Comstock has taken over $130,000 from the NRA. And so you can walk into a gun show in my district and walk out without a background check with an assault rifle similar to what you and I carried in Iraq and Afghanistan.
You did another video on that. I saw that. My point is here. You
dig
your heels in on a ridiculous
comparison. The NRA,
you seem like a nice guy. You seem like a reasonable guy. You're a Rhodes Scholar. I've been to some good schools too. You're a smart guy. Got it. but you're digging your heels in on an argument that's untenable, and you're making yourself look bad. A progressive who says our president is the same as the guy who murdered 3,000 Americans, it's not a good idea.
Say that
it's not how
the same. I
move
said
a
that he
debate
is
forward.
a threat to our democracy.
All right,
you are changing words. That's sort of the propaganda that comes out sometimes.
Dan?
We need to make sure we have leaders who are going to hold this president accountable.
Well, that's why we have elections.
And I want him to know that things
Dan
are
Helmer.
changing. We do have elections.
We do. Dan, thanks for your service and for your
Thank
time.
you so
We
much for
appreciate
your
it.
service, too. I appreciate being on here.
Let's do it again sometime. You got it.
All right, look forward to it. Bye-bye.